Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do. Before we get started, go ahead and do your boy a solid. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to turn your post notification bell on so you'll know when your boy is going live or dropping his heat. And we do drop the heat round this joint. You know what I'm talking about? But Thursday, Friday, it's that time again. It's that time. Arizona, Colorado matchup, which was a close game last year. Colorado lost that game by a field goal. My nephew is here. Come, Casey. Come say hi to the people. You know, say hi. Okay. Now, let me finish, and I'll be in there in a second. As we know, Colorado lost that game by a field goal last year. Very close game. And this year, the game is played in Tucson. I do not like that stadium. Like everybody should know by now. I'm an ASU guy. So anything they got to do with Arizona, I really don't even care, dog. It is what it is. Y'all can have that. You know, you feel me, deal me, y'all can have that. I don't even care. You know what I'm talking about. But that was a very, very good game last year. Um 31-34. They last minute field goal to walk away with the game. Uh, whew, that game was bad. Colorado should have won that game. You know, Savion scored that game. Who else scored that game? Uh, Shador. Shador ran a touchdown, and Jimmy Horn scored a touchdown. And Savion scored a touchdown. Mata kicked the field goal. Mikey Harrison with the touchdown. And that's what it was. Tetsuo McMillan didn't score but one time the last game. And him and Travis should be matched up pretty good, which I think that's the matchup everybody is waiting to see. Is Travis and Tetsuo McMillan, both first round draft picks. Tetsuo McMillan is the perennial NFL quarterback, 6'5, 215, 220, big, long guy, wingspan. But I don't think Colorado just has Travis traveling around following Tetsuo McMillan the whole game. Um, you're gonna have to give Noah Fafita a bunch of different looks just to confuse him. Pressure is gonna be a must for for Colorado to win this game. Putting pressure on Tetsuo McMillan is gonna be mandatory. The guy has more interceptions than touchdowns this season. So pressure is going to be key. Putting him in bad situations, making him think fast, getting him off schedule is going to be what you need to get what you need, which is the W. So that means the edge rushers are going to have to be on point. BJ Green, Sam Okololo, people of that nature. The linebackers are going to have to play on point. And I don't want to hear nothing about Shiloh. Shiloh had a bad game. First game back off of an injury. I think he's got it back to game speed. He should be ready. Tyler was a hell of a safety. But you get to get scrutiny when you screw up and get put on skates on national TV. Yeah, you gonna get it. But now it's on Shiloh to do his thing, to be the Headache Gang CEO that we know he can be. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully Charlotte was back on point, and everybody's going to do their thing. Running the ball is mandatory on Saturday. Ground game is a must. And we saw Coach Shermer express that the ground game is a much needed factor on Saturday to be productive on offense. And hopefully 2-3 gets to start, which is Isaiah Augusta. I think he should. Everybody else has had their turn. We heard Coach Prime mention something about him getting more playing time or maybe even starting on Saturday. Hopefully that's true. And they can run it up. He is probably the best. The man runs like Eric Dickerson. Reminds me personally of Eric Dickerson. If you're not old enough to know who Eric Dickerson is, if you don't know who Goggles is, we ain't talking about Eric Dickerson of the Rams. We talking about Eric Dickerson of the SMU Mustangs. That Eric Dickerson. Bulldozer. Get it. Power and speed in one back. And if we can get Isaiah Augusta to hold on to the ball, because he is a little fumbly now. He got the fingers buttery. We cannot believe it's not butter with them hands. If he can lock the ball down and do his job, then only thing we need is 100-yard rushing. Is it a team? Is it a single back? It doesn't really matter as long as it's done, And that is clock management, clock control. And we know Shedeur is going to throw the ball all around the yard and do what he does. You got Travis back, got Jimmy back. DeJounte's still there. Will is healthy. And you got Jordan going to be your fifth receiver coming off the bench. And we got Draylon. And I think Corday will be ready to play. He hasn't played a game all season. So I don't even know if he's conditioned to play or ready for that type of game and taking those hits. So we'll see. On the defensive end, Tetairoa McMillan is your guy. All eyes on him. Of course, they got a Colorado transfer, Montana Lamonius Craig, number 4 and number 5. Tetairoa McMillan is 4. Lamonius Craig is 5. So you keep eyes on those guys. And they use their tight end. Their tight end is beastly. So you got to watch those 3 guys. They got a decent running back. He runs the ball real hard, kind of shifty, a little squirrely. If you let him get out in the open field, he got speed. So tackling is the best recipe to slowing this team down, tackling and pressure. And I don't know what you can hold Tetairoa McMillan to. He has over 700 yards receiving in 6 games so far this season. But hell, one of those games he had over 300 yards. So he hasn't really been performing super hard. But, it is what it is. He's still a beast of a receiver. He's bad as hell. Damn near unstoppable. You have to check up when you're checking that guy. That guy is bad to the bone. He's got a 79.7 receiving grade from PFF. He only has like 4 touchdowns this season. So yeah, him and Travis will go one-on-one at some point. Hopefully. Travis, that stinger is completely healed. Because I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I don't think Travis tore up any major tendons, ligaments, rotator cuff, nothing like that, because he's still able to move his arm up and down, and they didn't have him in a sling, like I said the other week. That's why I knew he would be back this game. Because if that arm or that shoulder was bad, he would have been in a sling, and then you would have known something was wrong. Right now, I think it was just a stinger or maybe a little bruising, which caused that pain. And when you get that, when you try to move your arm up and down like this, just like tearing your rotator cuff, when you try to do this, that nerve is pinched right up in here, right up under your shoulder blade, and it's damn near impossible to move it up. You got more movement this way, but as a defender, you have to be able to do this to go after the ball and swat the ball and do all. You don't have no power in pushing and doing all that thing. So that's partially more. I think that's more than likely the reason why he set out the rest of that game. I didn't think it was a major injury because when he went in, they would have put him immobilized their arm so he couldn't cause any more damage. And he would have been rehabbing already this week. But Jimmy's back, Travis is back, Will is good, and Omarion is out for the season. He had surgery on Monday, and let's hope that young man gets it together because next year he's going to be the number one receiver, and he's going to be a beast. Whatever quarterback comes to replace Shador next year, we'll have a freaking awesome receiving core. Their receiving core is ready, and they're just piling them on as the season. And as we go into the recruiting season at the end of the year, they'll pile on 4 or 5 more top-notch receivers, and hell, just keep stacking. But Arizona's having a red out, which nobody really cares. They're trying to mimic Nebraska. Their recruiting section is completely sold out. They don't have any more tickets, so they're telling players that are trying to come to the game, you can't come to the game. As Shador said at the beginning of the season, before the season started, we are everyone's Super Bowl. And tell me where's the lie. And everybody jumped up and down when he said it, but it's the truth. They're going to have more recruits at this one game than they've ever had in the history of Arizona football at one game. And that's happened to every stadium that they've gone to. Nebraska, their recruiting section was sold out. Every recruit that was a recruit that they were recruiting were at that game. UCF, CSU don't count because CSU, but and now Arizona. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a damn good game. But if Colorado plays the football that I know that can play, they should win by 14 minimum. Colorado's a damn good football team. Arizona's a good football team when Tetairoa McMillan and that young quarterback are firing on all cylinders. But he's going to be looking at Travis. Then he's going to be bracketed. The defense is going to be confusing. You just can't sit in man all game. You're going to have to give him some zones. And you're going to have to roll out of things after his mic goes off in his helmet and switch it up and confuse him a little bit. Pressure. The man throws picks. He likes throwing off his back foot. He likes throwing across his body. So if Colorado was able to get that pressure in, they can cause some confusion, and 2, 3, 4 picks later, game's over with. But y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how they do. It's Arizona. You gotta expect to win out of Colorado. Trying to get past that, everybody's stuck on. You're still at 4 games. You're still at where you were last year. You got to get off of that mark. You got to get to 5. Once you get off of 4, everybody's going to look at you different. Once you get that 5th win, people will start looking at you different. They'll start grading you different because right now you're stuck at 4. You're still in the same spot you were in last year. And once you get past that, then the narrative changes right now. Right now, you're still that 8-4 from last year. Once you get past 4 and get to 5, then things change. then you view through a different lens. Yes, everybody knows this team is good, but still the question is, can you get past that fourth win? And I don't know why that stuck on them, and I don't know why that stuck on Coach Prime, but it is. And that's just what it is, you know. And I'm gonna have to hit Matt up, dog, because me and Matt gonna have to chop it up. Matt, I know you watch these videos, and Bailey, YouTube, I know y'all watch them. Somebody hit me up or reach out to me. You can't hit me on my Twitter because my Bigsnackks Twitter is done right now. Hit me on the Youse Twitter. It's right there on the screen. Hit me on that one. Let's set something up, put something together, and let's talk about it. Because me and Matt got a lot to talk about. And I got a question for Matt. Because Matt, I watched one of his videos yesterday because y'all know I was busy all day yesterday. And he was bitching about people bitching about the fight song when he is the reason that people were bitching about the fight song last year, because he started that when he first started going on DMVR, crying about people not doing the fight song and doing all that shit. That's on him. You know, you started that tradition. You know, you got to remember where we came from. But Matt's still my guy. You know, I loved it when he was coming on DMVR. I hated some of the shit he was saying. Now, I still hate some of the shit he said now, but a lot of the shit he says now is more positive now than it was then. But it is what it is. I'm going to reach out to y'all. Y'all reach out to me. Somebody hit me up. Let's put it together. Let's have a conversation. And I'm going to get out of here, man. Y'all continue to do what y'all do. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me your score prediction. I already know Colorado's going to win. I said they're going to win by 14 minimum. So I'm thinking 45, 28, something like that. We'll see. But anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good day. Y'all be easy. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace. Y'all know how we get down. Do your thing, man. Hit the like button and stuff. All that crap. You know. Peace.
Thank you. God bless you all, man. Be safe.